Hey guys, welcome back to another YouTube video. You guys have been asking me to film this video on my Instagram for literally years, and I thought to myself, seeing as I now have all the time in the world, I may as well get it done for you. So in today's video, I'm going to give you a full tour of my filming room, show you my entire makeup collection and storage, go through what camera and lighting I use for my videos, how I take and edit both photos and videos for my Instagram, and finally show you how I created this makeup look as an example. For those of you who don't know, I do still live with my parents, but I actually film my makeup tutorials in a shed in the garden, which is where I am right now. Yep, this is the reality of it. I've been doing social media as my full-time job for about 8 months now, and in this video I'm going to show you exactly how I've taken it from being just a hobby to what I do basically all day, every day. So yeah, let's get into it. Hello. Hi. You gonna help me do my shed tour? So, when you first walk into the shed, this is what you see. Down here, just on my right hand side, I have a load of switches on the wall, which is where I switch on my lights and also my heater. I have a little mini heater in here just because it does actually get very cold out here during the winter. But moving around, I'm going to give you a little tour of each of the areas. So here is where I actually sit. As you can see, I've got all my lights and my camera set up, and then my desk with my laptop and my phone. So I'm just going to talk through the lights and the camera that I use firstly. So if you're curious about what setup I actually use to film, then this will help you out. So this over here is a softbox light. I just got this off Amazon. I think I got it in a kit or something, but they're not all that expensive. I think they're about 20 or 30 pounds each, which is really, really good. So I have one of those on the left hand side, one of them on the right hand side, and then of course my big bright ring light in the middle. And then this is the camera that I use for my filming. This is a Canon 80D, as you can see, and it's a Sigma lens, and it says it's the 30mm Sigma lens. I think that's all the information that you need to try and find the same lens. I think I've been using this camera for about a year now, and I absolutely love it. It's really, really good for filming makeup tutorials because the lens specifically blurs the background, so it gives it that sort of makeup tutorial effect, if that makes sense. So I absolutely love this camera. I have no plans to change it anytime soon. It's served me very, very well with filming makeup tutorials, and as you can see, it has this flip out screen, which normally the screen would go back like that, but it comes out. So this is actually what I look at myself on while I'm filming. You know what, I'm going to turn off my ring light because it makes it, there we go, it makes it a lot easier to see the camera like that. That's better. So most people would have, I think, a monitor that they'd have set up so that they can see what they're doing, which will be a bit closer to them. But I don't have one of those just yet. It might be the next thing that I invest in, but for now I literally just keep an eye on this little screen and hope that it's all going okay. So then on my actual desk, I have some mirrors, a box of mirrors, some face paints, a bin. This mirror, which I got in Tokyo with Benefit, which I absolutely love. I just put my phone in here if I'm live streaming or if I'm making a TikTok or something, and it's just super useful to be able to see my makeup. Then over here, it's a bit messy over here, I have some makeup brushes. This isn't all of them, but some small ones, some bigger ones, and just some other like odd bits that I use in most tutorials. And then this bit is even messier. This is just my beauty blenders, which are all very dirty, so don't look at those. Some toilet paper, which looks a bit random, but for example, when I put foundation on the back of my hand, sometimes I get too much, so I need to like wipe it off. I have all my, well, some of my skincare stuff in here, but then the majority of my skin stuff is actually on here. So down here I have these sort of dropper bottles of primers and stuff, some more primers. These are mainly like my tube primers, setting sprays all along here, and a moisturizer and some face masks, some bobby pins, and then up here is all face masks. So these are all face masks up here, and then up here finally on my last shelf I have some hairsprays and some body products and dry shampoo and that sort of thing, and then finally my hair curlers and this massive Anastasia fan. Before I took this shed over for my filming, this used to be my brother's work shed, so there are a few like little bits that are still some of his things left over. For example, these postcards up here. So it's a bit of a random mishmash of stuff. Like, it's not sort of tailored to be a filming space. I just kind of moved in here because when he went to uni he didn't need it anymore. So it's very convenient, and I'm very lucky to have a space like this. I absolutely love it. Just a place where I can literally just like immerse myself in what I'm doing and yeah, totally focus. So then behind me you can see my backdrop. You'll probably recognize this from my makeup videos. So I just have these 2 sheets pinned up and these fairy lights, which I absolutely love. I think they're from Homebase or something. You'll probably be able to find them online, but I love how they just dangle down, and they, with the blurred effect on my camera, just look like sort of glowing lights in the back, which is super pretty. And then I have this F sign, which I think I got from a friend on my birthday. Some perfumes, some light up candles, not real candles because that would not be a good idea in a wooden shed. Some more fairy lights, these fairy lights in a jar, which I love. This plant just to add a little bit of life. And then this chair, which has one of my other lights on it. So this one is my umbrella light, which lights up my background. Also realised that I didn't actually talk about my makeup drawers, which is kind of the most important bit of my shed. I guess I'm just going to sit down to talk through these. So I have this Alex drawer from IKEA. And then I have this set of drawers over here, which is a lot cheaper. We just found this somewhere online, but I can't quite remember where. So on top, I have some more of my makeup brushes. Again, this isn't all of them. Some of them are in boxes elsewhere, but these are the ones that I have out at the moment. All my concealers in this little container, and also eyeshadow bases. And then in these drawers, I'm pretty sure these drawers are pretty messy, so just bear with me with that. I did a tiny bit of a tidy before I started filming, but not a load. So this top drawer is empty, great. This drawer is filled with glitters. Gosh, that's busy. Then some false eyelashes. What's in here? This is sort of eyeliners, mascaras, all that kind of thing. I don't tend to use these drawers as much as I use these drawers, so I'll come on to these in a minute. So I'm just sort of going quite quickly through these. More lashes, again, very messy. What's in this one? This is red lipsticks, so like darker lipsticks. And I'll show you my nudes drawer in a second. Here is our eyeshadow palettes and some more eyeshadow palettes. These are all very messy. If anyone has any tips for storing makeup palettes, then let me know, because I'm not good at it. More makeup palettes, eyeshadow palettes, and even more eyeshadow palettes. And then I couldn't even fit them all in. I have some down there, and I have some sort of scattered all over the place, but I haven't really found a proper way to store those yet, so yeah, again, if you have any tips, let me know. Then these drawers here are my absolute favourite drawers, and probably my favourite bit of the shed, so I'm just going to talk you through them again. Messy as per usual. I really need to find a proper way to store things in here. This is eyeshadows over here, and liquid eyeshadows and glitters. And that's a lipstick, that does not belong in here. Yeah, this is kind of a drawer of just like a mishmash of loads of different eyeshadow products, so I'm not going to talk on that too much. Moving on to the next drawer, we have my nude lipsticks. So this one again is very busy. I could probably do with weeding this down a little bit, but this is glosses, lipsticks, lip liners, and lip balms. Moving on to the next drawer, this is blushes, setting powders, and highlighters. So this is all highlighters in this box, or at least it should be. And then this is blush and setting powder. Next drawer down is foundations and contours. So these are all my foundations, and then contour all the way down there, and bronzers. And then the final drawer again is an eyeshadow drawer. So this is probably my biggest eyeshadow drawer, and it just has loads of them. Very messy in there. This really isn't me showing off my makeup collection to its best, is it? It's all very messy, but there you go. And that is pretty much how I film. I just sit on this wheelie chair, and there's me, and I just put in my SD card, put in my camera batteries, press record. I just lean over and do it like this. Lots of people have like a monitor, but again, as I say, I don't have one of those yet. And that's about it. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to show you this in action. I'm going to film a makeup tutorial and basically try to show you the entire process from beginning to end of how I go from just filming my content, having an idea, to editing it. So I'm going to set my camera up so you can see what I'm doing, and let's do a makeup look. Whenever I'm filming, I also have my laptop with me or my phone just so that I can play some music, because obviously I do Instagram videos, so there's no audio on there. Which means that I can just listen to whatever music I like while I'm filming. If you want to check out my Spotify and what kind of tunes I listen to while I'm filming, then there will be a link in the description, or my username is just glambyflo. And there we go, I am now set up in my filming space, I'm on my proper camera, and I'm ready to go with the makeup look, so let's do it. And something that I really like to do on my Instagram is just so that people can like get an idea of what's real and achievable. I'm taking my photos in my bath, and if that isn't a good enough like show of how DIY you can make this, then I don't know what is.